Hi everyone. Do you remember when you were little and you fell over and grazed your knee? One of those really icky looking grazes that, I don't know, as a parent, whether you've had to try and clean up one of your, a little child's grazes, and you just like wish that you weren't the parent or the adult in the space because you really didn't want to, or you didn't know what to do and you didn't really want to be the one that had to clean it up. With the gravel bits and all the, very painful looking wounds. And those grazes that as they healed, they started to scab over, and then they looked like they were almost healed, and then all of a sudden, you bent your knee in a certain way and all of a sudden it broke open again and it started to bleed again. Or you thought that it was almost healed and you picked off that little bit off the side and it wasn't quite healed yet. So those physical images of the graze, the healing process, the being picked off a little bit, the, accidentally opening it up again. To me, they're helpful images to apply to our emotional wounding that sits within us as human beings. That all of us have different experiences, moments in our own lives, moments in our family's history and our ancestral lineage, and the stories and the woundings that have carried through. That we all have our own emotional woundings, very similar to having these grazes. And that sometimes it feels like we have, covered over our emotional wounds with a Band-Aid. That, okay, that'll do, I've taken care of it for now and it will heal. And then other times we notice that something happens in our direct experience. Maybe someone says something, or someone reacts to us in a certain way. That we, all of a sudden, it's like that graze the scab has been picked again, and we start to bleed. We have at that moment an option to just ignore it and carry on. And often, I think many of us have become very well practiced at that, particularly with many competing priorities that need our attention. While I believe that in the moments of the painful moment re-emerging through the scab has been picked again, that it gives us an opportunity to really explore and allow ourselves to feel into that experience. When that happens, the scab doesn't only just heal over for that moment, it changes form. And it no longer is sitting there in the same way that will be reactivated by experiences that we find ourselves in, by people that, might say something, by, the reactions of those around us. It is no longer able to be affected in the same way, and we are able to see much more clearly why that scab was so helpful to us in the context of our life story. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and may you have a magical work day every day.